Hello there, Sully here, the retired tanker yanker. Welcome to Three Chords and the Truth. You know what? Should I ask you what I usually ask you at this point, which is to subscribe to my channel? Why not? Subscribe to my channel. Please do so. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you very much for the support and welcome back. If you're new to the channel, you'll find out that I'm just a guy who likes to sing and play guitar, and I'm not all that great at it. But I did recently buy, and if you go to see the video, I recently bought a new Martin guitar, and I thought I was gushing a little bit about it. Well, I just can't get over how this guitar sounds. It's just a great sounding guitar, and every time I play it, it sounds better. What can I say? A little bit of an update from the last video, which was entitled "A Song for My Own Funeral." I kind of indicated that I was planning on being buried in a wall, my ashes placed in a wall next to or near my recently departed sister. But I had second thoughts about that. And I decided I'm going to take a page from The Big Lebowski when Walter went to the mountaintop with the dude and scattered Donnie's ashes on a mountaintop. And I decided that's for me. Now, I didn't quite know how to break the news to my surviving sister, because she's the type of person that just has to go to cemeteries and decorate graves and all stuff like that. And she's also convinced that I'm going to die before her. Well, whether or not is irrelevant. But I told her, I said, look, I'm going to get a will made up, and it's going to say in the will, I did not buy a burial space in the cemetery. I want my ashes scattered. Now, I had said in the past that I wanted my ashes scattered at sea off the Manasquan Inlet. But quite frankly, I haven't thought about that place lately. I used to go do a lot of fishing out of the Manasquan Inlet, but I don't think I've been out that way in, probably more than 15 years. And what I finally decided was I want my ashes taken to a mountaintop somewhere and scattered to the wind, and when people feel the wind blowing, they'll know that's me. Well, I thought my sister was going to have kittens, but instead she said, your niece likes to hike at a place called Hawk Mountain. I know Hawk Mountain. So I said, okay, that's what you do then. You take me to Hawk Mountain and scatter my ashes there. And she said, okay, now at least we don't have to charter a boat. Right. So I called my girlfriend, Carol, and told her the news, and she said, Hawk Mountain? That's where I want to scatter my ashes. Great minds think alike. Anyway, playing this guitar every day, and I realized I haven't recorded any Irish music lately. I recorded that Archie Fisher song, but he's a Scot, so that doesn't count. And I put on this Kelly Green shirt today. This is the same shirt I was wearing, by the way, in the video where I picked up my guitar. That's just coincidence. I own more than one shirt. I own more than one Izod shirt, for that matter. I have recently bought some new clothing, some more jeans and some shirts. Instead of crappy, crummy T-shirts, I'm getting back into wearing nice polo shirts. But since I was in an Irish music mood today, I decided, what's an Irish song that I can do real quick? It has to be one that I know, and one that I'm not going to screw up, and one that I can get in one take. And I thought about this song because when I recorded it last, I got lots and lots of feedback on it. And people seem to like it. And as I mentioned, the last song I did, like Pat Murphy died. Hey, wait a minute, that's an Irish song, isn't it? No. Great Big Sea is Canadian, but it's an Irish song. So I guess it hasn't been that long since I recorded an Irish song. I guess I got to go back into playing more Irish music. But anyway, I did this song. It was recorded by the Wolfe Tones, written by, I don't know the name of the guy who wrote it, I forget, but it's performed by the Wolfe Tones. Well, I first heard it when my late friend Rick Grossman sang it for me. And then I heard the Wolfe Tones recording, and I started playing it, and I love the song. It's called The Streets of New York, and it's dedicated to not only policemen out there, but any first responder. And I hope you like it.
I was 18 years old, but I went off to Dublin with a fistful of money and a carload of dreams. Take your time, says my father, stop rushing like hell and remember, all is not what it seems to be. Those fellas would cut you for the coat on your back, the watch that you got from your mother. So take care of me, young bucko, mind yourself well, and will you give this wee note to my brother? At the time, Uncle Benji was a policeman in Brooklyn. My father, the youngest, looked after the farm. When a phone call from America said send the lad over, sure the old fella said couldn't do any harm. For I spent my life working this dirty old ground, 2 pints of porter and the smell of a pound. As you make me, there's something you'll learn or you'll see, and you can bring it back home, take it easy on me. So I landed at Kennedy, and a big yellow taxi carried me and me back through the streets and the rain. Though my poor heart was thumping, bound with excitement, and I hardly even heard what the driver was saying. We came in the Shore Parkway through the flatlands in Brooklyn, my uncle's apartment on East 53rd. I was feeling so happy, I was humming a song, and I sang, you're as free as a bird. Well, to shorten the story, well, I found out that day Uncle Benji was shot down in an uptown parade. While I was flying my way to New York, poor Benji was lying in a cold sleep. Phoned up the old fella and I told him the news. Could tell he could hardly stand up in his shoes. And he wept as he told me, go ahead with the plan and not to forget, be a proud Irishman. So I went off to Nellie's side for a road, and I started to learn how living below. The heaviest thing I carried that year was the bittersweet thoughts of my hometown so dear. Went home that December 'cause the old fella died. Had to borrow the money from Phil on the side. All the bright flowers that brass couldn't hide, poor wasted face of my father. Sold up the old farmyard for what it was worth. Into my bag stuck a handful of earth, and I boarded a train. I caught me a plane and found myself back in the U.S. again. 22 years since I set foot in Dublin. The kids know to use the correct knife and fork, and I'll never forget the green grass or the rivers as I keep law and order on the streets of New York.
Oh, by the way, in case you haven't noticed by now, new specs. Yeah. I ditched those Wayfarers. They were really, my eyes have gotten really worse. And I did mention that I have to get the surgery to fix my droopy eyelids and then get cataract surgery, but that's not going to happen until the spring. I have to find a new place to live first. And hopefully it'll be a place where I can have studio space to continue to make these videos, and I don't have to do it in my bedroom or my living room. Well, if I have to, I have to, but that's beside the point. But I'm going to go looking for a place to live. I have to sell this house. I am the administrator of my late sister's estate, and quite frankly, I can't afford to pay the mortgage on this place. It'll take more than half of my income to pay it. Unless a miracle happens and money falls out of the sky and lands in my lap. I would suggest something ridiculous like start a GoFundMe for me, but no, that's ridiculous. I mean, if somebody wants to do it, that's fine, but I'm not expecting things like that. That's a little absurd. So anyway, I hope you liked my cover of Streets of New York. Not the first time I've done it. Probably won't be the last time, but it's been a while, so I hope you like it, and hopefully I'll get to do another video before Thanksgiving. I'm probably going to go shopping and buy a small turkey, just myself, unless Carol wants to come down here for Thanksgiving. I'm going to try to talk her into it, but I do want to get a turkey. And maybe some sweet potatoes and some Brussels sprouts. The stuff that I remember having as a kid at the Thanksgiving table. I'm not going to go out and get the hugest bird I can find. In fact, I'm going to get the smallest bird I can find. Thanksgiving again. Although I've been seeing Christmas stuff in the stores since before Halloween. Oh, and Halloween was another story. I was all set for the trick-or-treaters. I had 2 big bags of candy. And I went upstairs and I said, I'll just take a quick nap before the trick-or-treaters start coming at 7 o'clock. So I laid my head down, and did I mention I bought a new mattress? I finally got rid of that lumpy old thing that I had and bought a new mattress. And I laid my head down on it, and I just said, okay, take a quick nap, 30 minutes, then I'll go down and get ready for the trick-or-treaters. And when I woke up, it was 10:30. So I had 2 bags of candy to get rid of. So that was my Halloween. I was going to dress up as the dude. You saw my sweater. Well, I have the pajama bottoms too. So I'd get a wig and a goatee, beard, and a mustache. And I got the sunglasses somewhere too. So I was going to be the dude. But, oh well. That's enough of that. For 3 Chords and the Truth, I'm Sully, the retired tanker yanker. Safe and happy travels.